one single press, the giant log screams, splitting into pieces. The wood splitter charges into battle. No mercy, no pause. Each plank shoots out like a bullet. This is the arena of steel and pressure. Welcome to Woodpath Channel. Palex KS43S 720. With the auxiliary splitting blade attached, speed and precision are taken to a whole new level. Pre-cut logs are fed into the machine. Once the additional splitting blade is locked into place at the end of the ram, the entire system awakens with renewed force. The sharp, multi-blade splitter doesn't just have the logs, it divides them into neat, smaller pieces with remarkable speed. A log is placed onto the bed, and the blade is activated. Boom. One clean stroke, and the solid log is instantly split into 4 or even 6 uniform sections, dropping below like a perfectly choreographed move. The pieces are compact, ideal for stacking, packaging, or burning. The upgrade is simple, just an extra blade, but the efficiency boost is massive. The Palex KS43S 720 becomes more than a splitter. It's a log optimization machine. On an open plot near the woods, the cone log splitter mounted to a tractor is in steady operation. The steel conical tip spins rapidly, powered by the tractor's PTO shaft, delivering consistent torque. It resembles a giant drill bit, sharp, fast, and incredibly effective. A man grips a large log with both hands and pushes it firmly against the spinning cone. As the pointed tip contacts the wood, its helical grooves begin to bite deeper into the grain, applying massive twisting pressure. Slowly but surely, the log begins to split, following the natural lines of the grain, as if an invisible chisel were prying it apart. No traditional blade, no hydraulics, just rotational force and manual effort. The sound is a dry screech of wood fibers tearing. In 720p resolution, the footage captures the rapid spinning of the cone and the gradual but precise cracking of the log surface. This is a raw, mechanical approach to firewood processing, minimalistic, old school, but still impressively effective. The Skeptic HL710 log splitter is compact yet powerful, ideal for small-scale or home firewood splitting. The machine features a sturdy steel frame in its signature orange color, equipped with an electric motor strong enough to push the sharp steel wedge swiftly into the wood. When a log is placed on the support bed, the hydraulic system activates, forcefully pushing the log against the splitting blade. The sharp steel wedge quickly descends, splitting the log into neat, evenly sized pieces. The process runs smoothly with minimal vibration, making it user-friendly even for non-professionals. Fine wood chips lightly scatter around, creating a calm and safe working environment. The operator easily controls the lever, precisely managing the splitting operation efficiently. Posh Spaltfix K for 40, a firewood processor working under the sun, where steel meets light and power. Outdoors, beneath the warm morning sun, the Posh Spaltfix K for 40 stands at the center of a log yard, glowing in its signature green-orange colors. Around it, freshly cut logs line up in order, waiting. The machine stands firm, a mobile powerhouse designed to handle tons of timber each day. As the operator activates the system, the first log glides into the feed chute. The long chainsaw blade hums, a short screech, then slices clean through the wood with sharp, deliberate precision. The timber splits effortlessly, as if torn apart by a heated steel ribbon, the blade running smooth and steady. Instantly, the cut log shifts into the integrated splitting chamber. A rotating star-shaped wedge spins into action, dividing the log into equal parts like a steel wool slicing pie. The firewood drops cleanly into place, dust rising gently in the golden light. In a humble yard setup, a homemade vertical log splitter stands quietly at work, a vivid testament to human ingenuity and craftsmanship. There are no automated arms or high-tech conveyors here. Instead, a large upright splitting blade is mounted vertically, powered by a basic electric or hydraulic motor. The operator carefully places each log directly under the blade, then uses his hands to rotate the log manually after each split. With every precise turn, a fresh face of the wood is presented to the blade, and the splitter delivers a clean, powerful strike. The rhythm between man and machine unfolds in harmony. Blade strikes, hand turns. Wood cracks, position adjusts, and strike again. The air echoes with the crack of splitting wood, the low hum of the motor, and the dry scent of freshly exposed timber. This is more than just splitting wood. It's a dance of manual skill and simple mechanics, where every split reveals the operator's persistence, control, and experience. Homemade firewood processor, dust-covered, worn down, but splitting wood with the confidence of a machine built to endure. It's not shiny. There's no polished steel or glossy paint, just a rugged, homemade splitter standing quietly at the job site, caked in sawdust, with chips and the marks of countless working hours. Its frame is scratched, its rollers rusted, but the sliding table still runs smooth, like the heartbeat of an old, seasoned craftsman. Pre-cut logs are placed on the tray. The feed mechanism kicks in clack, and the log glides forward toward the splitting blade. No theatrics, just one decisive stroke, and the log bursts cleanly into evenly sized chunks. The sound is solid, no nonsense, a clear message. I still work. And I work well. It's not pretty, but it's effective. Not new, but reliable. This machine carries the time, sweat, and ingenuity of its maker. A true symbol of labor, creativity, and enduring toughness. The brute force 14 to 24 wood cutting and splitting machine roars incessantly, blending with the heavy breaths of its operator. Large, rugged logs with thick, cracked bark that seem impossible to conquer are fed one by one into the machine's core. Each sharp cut, like a steel blade, strikes without hesitation, combined with powerful pushes that relentlessly tear through the toughest wood fibers. Occasionally, the machine jams, an alert horn blares, and the worker swiftly intervenes, making adjustments before the machine resumes its relentless assault on stubborn logs. Each log splits and crashes down with a heavy thud, composing a fierce symphony of power and precision, a testament to unyielding endurance and unstoppable force. At a wide-open lumber yard, the Easton-made 48C firewood splitter roars to life with sheer mechanical might, a true iron beast standing tall among the trees. Fixed firmly to the ground, the machine holds steady, unmoved by even the largest logs. In front of it, a feed table steadily delivers one log after another to the splitting zone, all controlled by an operator seated confidently in the control cabin. A massive log rolls forward. Instantly, a heavy-duty steel wedge slams down, driven by a powerful hydraulic ram, splitting the log into clean, uniform pieces as if the hardwood were nothing more than thick paper. The sharp crack, of breaking which slices through the air. Pieces fall away cleanly, sliding to the sides and landing onto the rear conveyor. The cycle lasts mere seconds. The machine seamlessly advances to the next log, maintaining a steady rhythm. Cut, push, drop, repeat. Finished firewood is sent up a conveyor belt, where it piles into neat stacks like miniature mountains, ready for loading and transport. The Eastimate 48C is more than a log splitter. It's a high-powered system, a mechanical symphony of force, control, and productivity, where every split is a display of industrial efficiency and improved reliability. LASCO LA Split D1-10, a steel arm and a conical wedge made to tear giants apart. Mounted on a heavy-duty hydraulic arm, the LASCO LA Split D1-10 cone splitter spins with brutal power. The hardened steel cone, thick, sharp, and relentless, slowly presses down into a log up to 60 centimeters in diameter. These are massive trunks, the kind that demand respect. No conveyor, no base, just steel and torque. The arm lowers precisely, the cone bites into the log and starts to spiral inward. You hear the crack, fibers ripping apart, as if the wood is being split from the inside out. In moments, the log fractures, halved, then quartered, cleanly and completely. The LASCO D1-10 doesn't rush. It doesn't hesitate. It simply rips through giant logs like it was made for titans. In the quiet atmosphere of a wood yard, the Growy GSW 17K log splitter works steadily, without fuss. Compact and straightforward in design, this machine is equipped with a single splitting wedge, yet it packs enough force to tackle even tough hardwood. The operator carefully places a round log onto the support bed. With a light push of the control lever, the hydraulic ram slowly drives the log forward toward the sharp steel wedge. The blade sinks cleanly into the grain, and within seconds, the log splits neatly into two halves along a precise line. Each split echoes with a short, solid crack. Once the split is complete, the operator pulls the lever back, the ram retracts, and the system is ready for the next round. The process repeats with rhythmic consistency, not rushed, but steady and reliable. Despite having a single wedge, the Growy GSW 17K delivers accurate, efficient, and safe splitting performance. It's a simple but captivating scene. Logs being halved one by one, the scent of fresh cut wood in the air, and sunlight glinting off the polished steel edge. This is the essence of a compact hydraulic splitter: quiet strength, trusted performance. Multitech 2025, bold and orange, relentless under the open sky. Out in the log yard, beneath a sky streaked with sawdust and sunlight, the bright orange Multitech 2025 stands like a seasoned steel warrior. No labels needed, Its dusty, scratched orange coat speaks of thousands of relentless working hours. The log conveyor runs smoothly, feeding each timber into the cutting system. A massive circular saw blade screams to life, dropping with surgical finality, slicing through the log like a knife through wax. Instantly, the cut section is shoved into the splitter. A heavy-duty cross wedge comes down, breaking the log into neat, equal firewood pieces. The roar of machinery, the thump of splitting wood, the swirl of dust, it's a raw industrial symphony. Multitech 2025 doesn't boast, it proves. A machine built to work. Fast, clean, precise, tireless. .8-ton mini excavator with black splitter cone splitter. Compact power, big performance. This 2.8-ton mini excavator is equipped with the special black splitter cone splitter, creating a small yet powerful wood splitting machine. The steel cone splitter spins rapidly, using rotational force to penetrate deep and split tough logs in two. Despite its compact size, the excavator operates flexibly in hard-to-reach forest areas, delivering high lifting power and precise control. The mechanical arm smoothly guides the cone drill into the wood trunk, twisting powerfully and dividing the wood into smaller pieces, ready for the next processing step. The black splitter on the mini excavator is the perfect blend of smart mechanical design and modern rotational technology, providing an optimal solution for efficient wood splitting in any terrain. Simple, yet powerful. Compact, yet surprisingly effective. The gas-powered wood chipper comes to life in the open air, its engine roaring alongside the crisp crackle of splintering wood. No electricity needed. No tangled cords. Just fill the fuel tank, pull the starter, and the machine is ready for action. Dry branches, bulky wood scraps, tangled garden debris, all are fed into the hopper. Inside, high-speed rotating blades engage instantly. The wood is grabbed, shredded, and ejected through the discharge chute, a steady stream of sharp wood chips, flowing like a sawdust waterfall. In just minutes, a messy pile of branches is gone, replaced by a neat mound of mulch, ready to be used for compost, biofuel, or garden ground cover. Simple, portable, reliable. It's the ideal solution for farmers, gardeners, or anyone needing on-site wood processing. No power source required, no need for external help. One small machine, saving hours of manual labor. The gas-powered wood chipper, mobile strength for everyday wood management. The Multitech 1620 SS, model year 2012, roars to life like a steel beast awakened. Its powerful hydraulic arm lowers with precision, gripping the heavy log in an iron embrace. In a flash, the circular saw, sharp as a razor, screams through the air and slices the thick log cleanly, without hesitation. Immediately, the cut section is driven into the splitting chamber. Their cross-shaped steel wedges show no mercy. They drive through the wood with brutal force, splitting it in halves, quarters, and more, transforming raw timber into uniform firewood. Each crack resounds like bone snapping, echoing through the workshop, dry, powerful, and unrelenting. It all happens in seconds, precise, relentless, efficient. The Multitech 1620 SS is more than a machine. It is a symbol of mechanical dominance, a purpose-built firewood processor that never stops. The deep green super splitter, powered by an 80 HP Ket turbo diesel engine, stands firm in the vast timber yard. This steel warrior is ready to tear through rough logs with unmatched power and durability. The engine roars like a beast in the forest. Under the skilled operator's control, the hydraulic arm moves forcefully, pressing each log against the sharp steel splitter blade. With a powerful push, the wood cracks open, splitting cleanly into uniform firewood pieces. Around it, piles of neatly stacked wood await the next truckload. In this open space, the machine's strength and the seamless cooperation between man and equipment create a scene of efficient, commanding production. The Spalt Fix S40 operates steadily, its conveyor slowly pushing each rough log up toward the sharp saw blade. Every movement is precisely controlled, ensuring the wood is positioned perfectly for a clean, swift cut. The faint roar of the saw blade rises as it contacts the log, splitting the timber decisively and powerfully. The conveyor never stops, maintaining a steady rhythm that keeps the wood splitting process smooth and continuous. Each log is carefully prepared and gently moved, reflecting the perfect harmony between man and machine in wood processing. Fendu's Binderberger 40 Tion, a towering hydraulic monster, standing firm and silent in the middle of the log yard like a steel warrior awaiting orders. The ground beneath it hums faintly. No engine roar, no flashing lights. Only the cross-shaped splitting blade, still and gleaming, waiting for the command to strike. The man approaches in a work coat dusted with sawdust and resin. He pauses, inspecting the log, a thick, freshly cut round, heavy and dense, its sap still glistening along the grain. With sharp, practiced eyes, he places the log onto the splitter bed, hands adjusting its position like a blacksmith preparing metal on the anvil. He pulls the lever. In an instant, the massive hydraulic ram surges forward with unstoppable force, a blast of metal fury. With 40 tons of pressure, it slams the log into the blade. A sharp, echoing crack explodes through the air. The log splits not just in two, but into 4 or 8 precise pieces, depending on the wedge configuration. Wood fibers burst apart, surfaces smooth and sharp, and a thin mist of steam and resin rises from the fresh cut like ghostly smoke. No time is wasted. The woman beside him, equally focused, equally essential, quickly grabs the fragmented pieces, adjusts the partially split sections, and starts loading them onto a rolling cart. Her forehead glistens with sweat, but her movements are fluid, rhythmic, a choreographed dance in this symphony of steel. The whole system moves with the discipline of an industrial war machine, not hurried, but never hesitating. Each pull of the lever unleashes another wave of raw energy. Every cycle is a heartbeat of mechanical might. And then, the next log is rolled into place. Another sequence begins. In the dim glow of late afternoon, amid the crack of wood, the hiss of hydraulics, and the rumble of cart wheels on concrete, the Binderberger 40-ton is no longer just a machine. It is strength made tangible, the embodiment of labor, and a tribute to precision through metal. The firewood processor roars to life, the engine growling like a beast in the forest. A large, rugged, and heavy red oak log is neatly placed on the conveyor bed. The conveyor slowly pushes the log toward the sharp steel splitting blade, preparing for the timber split. The blade begins to lower, pressing firmly against the log, producing the characteristic cracking sound echoing through the air. The tough red oak log gradually splits into two even halves under the steel's pressure, cracks spreading like a spider web until the log fully separates. The evenly split pieces drop onto the collection bed, ready for the next stage. The splitter operates powerfully, precisely, and tirelessly, demonstrating superior strength when handling hardwood like red oak. The Lankman XLE-21 features a robust steel frame and a high-pressure horizontal hydraulic cylinder mounted directly opposite a hardened steel splitting wedge. Logs are placed on a fixed cradle position between the cylinder and the blade. The machine is powered either by electricity or a PTO power takeoff shaft connected to a tractor, which drives the hydraulic pump system. During operation, the operator places a round log onto the cradle, aligned with the splitting blade. By activating the hydraulic lever, the ram extends forward, pushing the log into the fixed wedge. With up to 21 tons of splitting force, the machine easily splits logs, even those of larger diameters, into halves or quarters, depending on the blade attachment, 2-way, 4-way, or 6-way. The logs are split into evenly sized firewood pieces in a matter of seconds. The machine allows continuous operation, with each splitting cycle taking only a few seconds. It includes a two-hand safety control system, ensuring the operator's hands remain clear of the working area. Adjustable stroke settings allow the ram travel to match the log length, maximizing time efficiency. Ideal for firewood production, particularly in regions where wood is a common fuel source. Compact and mobile, it can be combined with a conveyor system for automatic output and improved workflow. Heavy-duty construction makes it highly durable with minimal maintenance requirements. The massive log is gradually pushed toward the sharp splitting blade, which slowly sinks in and tears through the wood fibers relentlessly, shredding the log into splinters without mercy.